Hey everybody, it's Brad Ross from MakeMagicMoney.com, and in this short video, we are going to take you through the process of what it's going to take to create your own app. Now keep in mind that you have very little to do on your own. I'm joined here in this video with Kenneth Carlson, our professional app designer and developer. Thanks for being with us today, Kenny.
Thanks for having me.
So our objective, again, is to show you exactly what's going to go into creating an incredibly profitable app for you. One that is basically like having your clients, prospects, followers, and fans carrying around your contact information, your own personal website with them 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on a device that's no more than 9 feet away from them at any time throughout a 24-hour period. As you can see on your screen, there are two versions. There's John Carlson's app as well as my brand new app, which just finally got approved by the App Store, the iTunes Store, and very excited about it. I'm really excited to get mine into action. So everyone's been asking, what exactly is the app creation process? Well, first, Kenny is going to actually be reviewing your web during the initial consultation. This is step one. He reviews your website for any graphics, colors, gradients, or images that you might want to include in your app. And then you guys get to the apex of the consultation. Kenny, tell him a little bit about what happens at this point.
At this point, Brad, this is where I will discuss with the client their app's functionality. You know, when it comes to building a robust mobile app, it's so important to include tab functions that use the mobile device's native functionalities. And when I say tab, those are just the links at the bottom of the mobile app that bring the user to different pages, and each of those tabs have their own unique function. And when I say native, any native feature is a feature that's already built into the smartphone that the app will access. So an example of this would be the email photo tab, which accesses the phone's built-in camera, or say the GPS directions, which will access the phone's built-in GPS capabilities. And then there are some other native tab functions like a contact tab, a fan wall tab, messages tab, podcast tab, QR scanner, QR coupons tab, voice recording tab, YouTube channel tab, so many native functionalities. And then after that, after we decide on what functions you would like to have in your app, then I'll begin the programming and design of the app.
And also during this process is when you'll be able to, at any point, you, the client, will be able to preview your app at previewyourapp.com or by downloading the Preview Your App mobile app from the iTunes or Android stores. And you'll be able to use this free tool, log in, and actually view everything that Kenny is doing with your app throughout the entire design process. And it all is in real time, so you can actually push the buttons. It's a very, very cool feature. Next up is customizing your functionality. This includes the order that you want your app tabs to show and the specific names that you want for your tabs. So Kenny, give us an example of this.
Well, for example, instead of using the email photo text, which sounds so generic, we can change that to the fan cam or show cam. And similarly, instead of calling your voice recording tab the voice recording, I can change that to audio testimonials or send me a joke. And during this process, I will also help the client choose what icons they want for their tabs. For example, if you want a home tab on your app, I can use a picture of a house. And Brad, on your app, you could see your home tab, there's a picture of a house.
Exactly.
So I can use any picture you want for any tab.
And what's cool, I love, especially what we've done on mine, is the magic wand for the about. Of course, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, we're using the recognizable symbols on my app. The Call Me is a little phone. It's very, very easy for people to figure out exactly what it is that each of those buttons have.
That's right.
The third step, or coming up next, is customize your app content. Now, by this point, we've decided on what features and functions you want to have in your app. And now Kenny will customize each of the features. Note that each feature requires unique programming and customization. Tell us a little bit more about what happens next.
Yeah, so at this point, the third step on customizing the app content, I'll design the main app background based on my conversations with the client. Brad, with you, that was you wanted the nice theater backdrop with some stars. And then after we get the main app background, I'll customize each tab. For example, if you have a photo gallery tab, I can add photos I pulled from your website.
Now, those photos were not from my website there. Those were...
Yes, this is an app I did for a UFC fighter.
Okay.
So yeah. Brad, as far as I know, you're not a UFC fighter.
Not as far as I know.
But yeah, that is a photo gallery tab. So I can use any photos from websites, photos sent to me. Another great feature is I can integrate Flickr or Picasa photos if you have a Flickr or Picasa account. Another example of the customizing your app content would be the newsletter tab. When users open your mobile app, you want to automatically have a prompt window appear encouraging them to sign up for your newsletter. When they do sign up for your newsletter, their information will be sent directly to your database, such as Constant Contact, iContact, MailChimp, and the other ones you have. If you don't have a customer database program, I'll even help set you up with a free one.
Awesome. That sounds great. And in step number 4, when we met, it's time to customize the actual app appearance. And this step includes your app layout, such as how many rows and columns of tabs you might actually want to have on your app.
Yeah, that's right. So this step includes app button appearance. This is where I'll customize the tab background, tab color, tab text, as well as any icon colors. Third, I'll also customize any header that you might want in your app. I'll customize the general color scheme of your app layout, such as any text that appears within any of the features and menus. And then we'll go over any background images you want included. It's possible to do sliding homepage images, and what you're seeing is just a very small sampling of what can be done.
And then after this is over, you've done a lot of customizing at this point. Nothing is stock cookie cutter. There's so many different possibilities here that there's really no chance, unless someone paid you off to copy someone else's app, there's really no chance you'll have an app that looks like anyone else's, because there's just so many formulas and combinations of pieces for your app. Let alone all the pieces of the puzzle that you're going to bring in terms of your logo and your photos and your own color scheme, etc. But up next is a really cool part of the process, because it's the publishing phase, step number 5. And this includes coming up with your app name, your app description, your app keywords, your app icon, and your screenshots. Tell them what happens next, because this is also the phase that the iTunes and Android markets get involved.
Yes, this is when I publish the app to the iTunes market, and just so you know, I take care of the screenshots and all that. But when it gets uploaded and published to the Apple iTunes market, it can take about 5 business days. And Apple, it's important to know that Apple is extremely rigorous in the apps they review, in the apps they approve, and in the apps they actually will upload to the App Store. Just some things they look for. They want to see that your app utilizes tabs that use the iPhone's native functionality. I talked a little bit about that earlier. Another thing is they don't want apps that are solely marketing in nature, meaning the app can't simply just list your services or things your company's done. There's got to be a useful function to the app. And at this point in the process, however, we'll have discovered a plethora of useful functions for your app.
Awesome. That's great. And Apple, I understand, Kenny, loves dynamic content in apps, which means that there must be a reason for users to look up your app multiple times after look at your app multiple times after they've downloaded it. And again, at this point in the process, you've already created countless ways to add dynamic content to the app, all of the different functions. Again, simple things like, hey, send me a joke instead of just, hey, email me. Share functions, joke of the day, magic tricks, the fan cam, magic wall, any of that kind of stuff. They want to make sure people are going to not just download the app and forget about it. They want to make sure people are going to continue utilizing it. And now, there's also something that you have to make sure of technically, Kenny, dealing with errors in the app, like broken links. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, the app absolutely cannot have any broken links, any blank sections or tabs that might say coming soon or to be announced. Just one broken link or just one blank tab will lead to a rejection by Apple. Another thing is you can't mention any other mobile platforms. They don't want you talking about Android or BlackBerry within the app, or it will be disapproved by Apple immediately. The last thing, really, that they're real picky on is they want to see apps with multiple useful tabs. They don't want to see apps with 3 tabs, like homepage, call me now, info. They want to see apps that have about 6 to 10 tabs. And looking at your app, John Carlson's app, there's 6 to 10 tabs at least. And then after this rigorous step through Apple, which I will guarantee, I will get it published. I always do. I then do the same thing with the Google Play Market, customizing everything as needed to be uploaded to Android. Fortunately, Android is not nearly as finicky as Apple,
which is a very, very good thing. And so once you've gone through that process, next you get one of the bonuses, which is the creation of your own QR code PDF, which you can use for a number of things, such as social media marketing, email marketing, direct mail marketing. You could send this out as a postcard, adding the various QR codes to business cards, flyers, etc. And each of these unique QR codes that are created are actually the download link for your app from that particular store. The Android, the iTunes, and then also the HTML5, Kenny, that is just on the web, correct?
Correct. HTML5 is just a mobile website. If you do not already have a mobile website, I will send you actual HTML5 code that you have your web guy just upload to your homepage. And if someone scans that HTML5 QR code, it will go to the newly designed Mobile 5 website.
And finally, you will have your own unique login and password that gives you the backdoor access to appearingbusiness.com, where you can send your push notifications from and do everything else you need to in the post process. And there you go. That is everything that is going to happen when you get your own app. Again, as a reminder, the professional app development, design, setup, and launch fee, normally $1,800 for local businesses that Kenny and John Carlson are working with. The investment for magicians during this special launch of ours, only until Friday, February 8th, 2013 at midnight Eastern Standard Time, only $5.97, and the normal monthly hosting fee of $60 a month is now only $40 per month. And your investment, again, is going to cover, with the hosting, it's like a website. Your app must be hosted, and we take care of that for you. Unique login and password protected access, as we just showed you, the ability to change the content as you want, unlimited push notifications, automatic updates sent to the user's smartphone, and a subscription to monthly digital magazine, Mobile Marketing, which will continue to help you promote your app and utilize your app and make the most out of this investment so you can continue growing with it. Plus, these bonuses. Number one is your own app graphic, your app look in a smartphone, a $97 value included absolutely for free. Bonus number two is the custom QR codes, as we've mentioned. The QR codes are created for your use in social media, printed, promotional materials, your website, even your car, to allow users to download your app. app. Another $97 value. These are all created for you. Bonus number 3 is the promotional postcard file to advertise and promote your new app to your clients, prospects, and fans. $97 design value, all included with this, absolutely for free. Bonus number 4 is unlimited email support for the life of your app. As long as you have the app, you will be able to ask questions to John and Kenny directly, and as you advertise and promote your new app to your clients, prospects, and fans, and have questions about doing so or technical questions, these guys will be there to support and answer those questions and help you prosper with this new investment. The value is absolutely priceless for that. And there you have it. Get your app now. BradGiveMeADeal.com, or if you're watching this video on the homepage there of BradGiveMeADeal.com, just click the buttons below this video. If you should have any questions, please feel free to drop us a line, and we look forward to working with you on your new app. Thanks so much, Kenny, for spending a little bit of time with us here today and explaining the design process for all of our friends out there.
Hey, Brad, thanks for giving me the opportunity.
Absolutely. All right, guys, we'll see you next time. I'm Brad Ross, saying do what you love and love what you do. Don't forget, this deal is over on Friday, this Friday, February 8th, 2013. Make sure you get your order in by midnight. We'll see you later.